A different way to learn English. Hi, my name is David Claussen, and this technique I use with my own students, and I thought you would like it. I get it from Voice of America, Learning English, and what I do is I take the words, so these words here, I put into a document. So let me just show you. So in English, wolves are not to be trusted. This is a wolf. One wolf, two wolves, and I put the words on a document. So you see this word, on this program we explore, and then you can see on this program we explore, and they have the audio.
Wolves are important animals.
They have the audio to listen. So I'll show you how this works. So just listen. I'm going to move this to my other monitor. I'll put it here. And I will start it. Okay. So just listen.
Hello, and welcome to Words and Their Stories from VOA Learning English. On this program, we explore the history and usage of common.
Okay, did you hear that? On this program, we explore the history and... Did you hear it? I'll play it again.
On this program, we explore the history and usage of common expressions.
Okay, so the word is usage. U-S-A-G-E. On this program, we explore the history and usage of common English expressions in English.
Expressions in American English. Wolves are important animals in the tradition.
Okay, did you hear that? Wolves are important animals in the traditions
and stories of most Native American tribes. To Native Americans, wolves often represent bravery. The animal.
Did you hear the word? To Native Americans, wolves often represent bravery. Okay, continue to listen.
Animals also are signs of strength, loyalty, and success at hunting. Other cultures, such as the ancient Celtic and Nordic peoples, also placed high value on wolves. However, something happened. Perhaps wolves attacked too many people or ate.
Did you hear that? Try it again.
Perhaps wolves attacked too many people.
Perhaps wolves attacked two, and it's two T-O-O. Okay, perhaps wolves attacked too many people.
Or ate too many farm animals. Whatever the reason, wolves were killed in many areas. So many died that they nearly became endangered. They also became known as villains.
Did you hear the word?
They also became known as villains.
Guess the word? Do you know it? And this is more difficult, but the word is villains. Villains. Okay, villains.
From the werewolves in horror films to the wolves in children's stories, wolves get a bum rap in both literature and English expressions. For starters, there is the term lone wolf. The lone wolf isn't a bad person, but they like to do things on their own. However, the term can mean something less than desirable.
Okay, did you hear the word?
However, the term can mean something less than desirable.
Desirable. Desirable. D-E-S-I-R-A-B-L-E. Desirable. Comes from desire. Okay?
Lone wolf makes you think the person.
Let me move it here.
Doesn't want to be around people because he or she dislikes them. In news stories, you sometimes hear the terms lone wolf attacker or lone wolf shooter. These individuals are not part of a larger group carrying out an attack. They are acting alone. Now let's move on to the home. Parents might criticize their children for wolfing down their food.
Did you hear that? Let me play it again.
Now let's move on to the home. Parents might criticize their children.
Did you hear the word? It was their. Their in this case, because it's their children. There's three theirs. Their, and their, which equals they are. And we want this one. It's possessive, the possessive there.
For wolfing down their food. In other words, the child eats very quickly and without care. And if someone says a child was raised by wolves, that child has bad manners and is behaving like a wild animal. A wolf call is a whistle, howl, or other noise and is behaving like a wild animal. A wolf call is a whistle, howl, or other noise.
Do you know the word? Howl. Howl. Okay.
Made by a man to show that he likes the way a woman looks. But a wolf call is not a nice thing. These men sound wild and rude. And trust me, most women really hate wolf calls. So they don't win a man any points in the game of love. A wolf at the door means someone to whom you owe money is waiting just outside your door. A wolf at the door is also a problem in two very popular children's fairy tales.
Okay, did you hear that? Two very popular. We play it again.
Someone to whom you owe money is waiting just outside your door. A wolf at the door is also a problem in two very popular children's fairy tales.
So the word is children's, and in this case, children's, C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N apostrophe S. Children's. It's an irregular noun, so that's why the apostrophe goes here. Fairy tales.
The first fairy tale is about three pigs who live in houses made of different materials: straw, sticks, and brick. They have big trouble when the big bad wolf comes to the door of each house. The pigs know that the wolf wants to eat them, so they don't let him in. But he blows down the house of straw. Then he blows down the house of sticks. Little pigs.
Then he blows down.
They don't let him in. But he blows down the house of straw. Then he blows down the house of sticks.
Did you get it? Can you guess? Sticks. S-T-I-C-K-S. Sticks.
Little pigs, let me in. Not by the hair of our chinny-chin chins. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. It isn't until the pigs hide in the house of bricks that the wolf finally meets his match. And then there is the story of Little Red Riding Hood. She had wolf troubles too. After the big bad wolf eats her grandmother, he turns to Little Red. The wolf put on the grandmother's clothing in an effort.
Did you hear that?
He had wolf troubles too. After the big bad wolf eats her grandmother, he turns to Little Red. The wolf put on the grandmother's clothing.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Grandmothers. Grandmothers. And we put an apostrophe S in this case because it's ownership. Okay, it's a possessive, to own. The grandmother's clothing.
In an effort to fool the little girl. But sensing something is not right, she makes several comments about her grandmother's appearance. "Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have!" "All the better to hear you with." "Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have!" "All the better to see you with." "Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you have!" "All the better to eat you with." So you see, it seems that there is nothing good to say about wolves in our stories or expressions.
Did you hear the word? Let's try it again.
Teeth you have. All the better to eat you with. So you see, it seems that there is nothing good to say about wolves in our stories or expressions.
Did you hear the word? Hear the word? Stories, S-T-O-R-I-E-S, stories or expressions.
By the way, there are two popular wolf-related expressions that come from Aesop, the ancient Greek storyteller. The first is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Here is how the story goes.
Once there was a wolf who lived near a sheep farm. You would think this would be great luck for the wolf. He could eat all the tasty sheep he wanted. But on this farm was also a hard-working shepherd and his dog. They guarded the sheep so well.
Did you hear the word? Let me play it again.
Great luck for the wolf. He could eat all the tasty sheep he wanted. But on this farm was also a hard-working shepherd and his dog. They guarded the sheep so well.
Did you hear the word? They guarded, Guarded. They guarded
that the wolf had no luck catching a meal.
a meal.
He was growing hungry. One day, the wolf found the skin of a sheep on the ground. This sheepskin gave the wolf an idea. He put on the pelt, wearing it like a coat. Then the wolf walked among the sheep like he was one of them. As the wolf began looking for his next dinner, a tiny lamb began following him. The wolf, wearing the sheep's clothing, led the poor lamb apart from the flock. When he had the
Did you hear that?
As the wolf began looking for his next dinner, a tiny lamb began following him. The wolf, wearing the sheep's clothing, led the poor lamb apart from the flock. When he had the animal...
Did you hear it? Did you get it? The word is flock. F-L-O-C-K. The flock. That's many different lambs together, or a bunch of animals together.
Alone, the wolf ate it.
What can we learn from this story? Don't be fooled by appearances. A wolf in sheep's clothing describes someone who acts and looks nice on the outside, but is bad on the inside. Aesop's other wolf fable also involves a shepherd, but not a hard-working one. No, this shepherd causes a lot of trouble. He is known as the boy who cried wolf.
Once, a shepherd boy sat on the hillside, watching sheep for the village. He didn't like the job. So he thought of something to pass the time and have fun. He began shouting, "Wolf! Wolf! The wolf is attacking the sheep!" The villagers came running up the hill to help the boy drive the wolf away. But when they arrived, they didn't find a wolf. They found only the shepherd boy laughing at them. The villagers were
Let's try that. Let me see.
attacking the sheep. The villagers came running up the hill to help the boy drive the wolf away. But when they arrived, they didn't find a wolf. They found only the shepherd boy laughing at them.
Did you get the word? It is laughing. L-A-U-G-H-I-N-G. The shepherd boy laughing at them.
The villagers were angry. They said, "Shepherd boy, don't cry wolf when there's no wolf." They went back down the hill, still angry from his trick. But it was so much fun tricking the villagers that the boy could not help himself. He did it again. To his delight, he watched the villagers run up the hill again to help him drive the wolf away. When the villagers saw no wolf, they said, "Save your frightened song for when there..."
Get that? Save your...
To his delight, he watched the villagers run up the hill again to help him drive the wolf away. When the villagers saw no wolf, they said, "Save your frightened song for..."
So frightened. Save your frightened song. F-R-I-G-H-T-E-N-E-D. Frightened song for
when there is really something wrong. Don't cry wolf when there is no wolf. But the boy just smiled and watched them return down the hill once more. Later that day, the shepherd saw a real wolf nearing the sheep. Frightened, he jumped to his feet and shouted as loudly as he could, "Wolf! Wolf!" The villagers heard him, and they ignored him.
Did you get that? And the villagers...
More. Later that day, the shepherd saw a real wolf nearing the sheep. Frightened, he jumped to his feet and shouted as loudly as he could, "Wolf!
Wolf!
Wolf!"
Wolf!
The villagers heard him, and they ignored him.
And they... You got it? The word? Ignored. I-G-N-O-R-E-D. And they ignored him.
They thought he was trying to fool them again, so no one came to help. At sunset, everyone wondered why the boy hadn't returned to the village with their sheep. They went up the hill and found him crying. "There really was a wolf here. It ate some sheep, and the flock has scattered. I cried out, 'Wolf! Wolf! Why didn't you come?'" An old man tried to cheer up the boy as they walked back to the village. "We'll help you look for the lost sheep in the morning," he said, putting his arm around the youth. Nobody believes a liar, even when he is telling the truth.
Yep. Nobody believes a... Do you get it?
Tried to cheer up the boy as they walked back to the village. "We'll help you look for the lost sheep in the morning," he said, putting his arm around the youth. Nobody believes a liar.
A liar. L-I-A-R, a liar.
Even when he is telling the truth.
The truth.
Isn't that the truth? People who cry wolf are not trusted. People are so familiar with this story, you simply have to say, "cry wolf," for them to know what you mean. And that is Words and Their Stories. I'm Anna Mateo.
Okay.
Who said I see walking in these woods?
So that's a way to learn. And like I said, I get that. Let me pull it over here. I get that from Voice of America, and it's great. They have the audio, sometimes the video.
Animals, of course.
That goes with it, and then I just take the words that go with it. So it's a way for you to listen and write and pick up many, many more English words. I will post this on my site if you'd like to check it out. It's at EnglishVideoLessons.net, or you can check it out, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have many more videos for you. I just did one on Australia you might like. I try to do one a day for my classroom, but I also do, like, here's the #1 song in America. I did a video on that. And for beginners, I have over 1,000 of the most important English words you can check out. Plus I have them on movies, food like Coca-Cola, pizza, alligators, food cravings. Many different things where I find viral videos or the most popular videos. So thanks so much for your time, and have fun learning English. Take care. Bye-bye.